This facility is currently experiencing a heightened security event. Accessing this facility requires voice-modulated passphrase. Please speak the passphrase.
We attest to the zest with our hand on our chest. Be impressed as our guest by what we've finessed. You are blessed to ingest what we thoroughly test. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice.
Passphrase accepted. Access granted. Welcome, Dr. Jasper Lowe.
Well, looks like Monarch ain't the only place they gave up on.
You people never seem to take the hint.
Oh, could we skip the part where we trashed the place? We've lived through a hell of a lot tougher than some rust bucket security box.
You think that could have been the spooky voice from OCI? The one calling themselves... the Ghost?
am a storm!
We're pretty good at this.
Sister.
Incoming!
I see you now!
Not working!
Libations on me, folks.
Nice.
Roscoe, it's Georgie.
If you're hearing this, you must still be holed up at the Sprat Shack. And you're not gonna like this one bit. I was trying to steal our recordings when things went crazy. I know. Like I said, sorry. And I'm gonna be in a heap of trouble if I don't get them, so if you want to save my bacon, you need to do it for me. I need the 3 interviews we did with Ambrose, this one here, plus another recording of my own. I left that last one with a guy who owed me a favor at the garbage processing office in the chemical waste ravine. I'll leave an automech near Stellar Freighting. It'll want all 5 recordings, plus a passphrase. Glacial Age. I'll leave an automech near Stellar Freighting. It'll want all 5 recordings, plus a passphrase. Glacial Age. Oh, and don't listen to my log, all right? Just stay safe and keep your head down.
To shreds, you say?
That's the last of them!
The effects of Compound X are inescapable. The refined excrement of the xenocyte life form. It's a fine powder, very fine. It finds its way into absolutely everything. Even in the water now, and the air. It settles like a veil over all of Gorgon. The laboratory techs get the worst of it. We all appreciated the boost to mood and productivity at first, but we're at each other's throats in an instant now. I've had to break up 2 fistfights this week alone. This aggression must be inherent to the formula, to Compound X. How do I stop it? Roscoe, it's Georgie. If you're hearing this, you must still be holed up. The effects of Compound X are...
am a storm! Nothing like a good taste. They'll never see us. Incoming, Captain! I'll fix you right up! To shreds, you say? Must have been Jasper's place.
You survived. You're remarkably intelligent.
Since we've been traveling together, we've visited a lot of places that set my teeth on edge. This here makes my skin crawl.
I've seen negligence and greed and incompetence run rampant over this colony. But this was evil. This ain't like a pistol malfunction and shot a toe off, Captain. A lot of people died here. The ones that didn't were worse off. Spacer's Choice put their best and brightest on a problem, and this is how it ended up. Says a lot about the colony's prospects. Starting to think nobody's accountable in this void-forsaken system.
I get now why Miss Ambrose would want to clear her mom's name. If the folks responsible for Edgewater's woes tried to blame him on my dad, I couldn't have let it stand. Gonna be a relief to see the stars again. This cave's making me all jumpy. Not a peep from me. Here they come! Not getting through. Everybody okay?
Tell me about the production of Adrenatime, Dr. Ambrose. I hear Compound X is a unique challenge to work with. It's temperamental. It must be refined under tightly controlled circumstances at tremendously low temperatures. Do you compound it with anything else? Tell me more about your refining process. Our audience is conversant in the sciences, very detail-oriented, so don't be afraid to get technical. Last time I met you, you spoke like a groundbreaker Bildersprat. Why the sudden airs? And such specific questions? Does your minder know what you're up to? Does he suspect you're a spy? Pardon me.
Oh, smells something awful. Poor fella had his outpost set up right near the trash.
Close call. I thought I knew the OCI backwards and forwards. The Marauders got a way of finding every nook and cranny on this rock. OCI. Fancy joint. Smells like Wentworth's and leather. A real slice of Byzantium. You don't set that up unless you're planning something big. Adrena time? Sure. But something tells me there's more to the story. Got a hunch to follow up on near the old mines. I'm leaving this here, in case I gotta come back.
You want to know how I'm doing? I've been hunting down a petrified llama all day. That's it! Oh, I can't wait to rub this in my dumb captain's face.
See here now? What's all this talk about?
We got the package. And guess what? It was where I said it would be. And this fossil? It's not a llama. Not a llama at all.
I believe I owe you an apology, First Mate.
What?
It's true. I wouldn't know an alpaca from a raptidon, and as a captain, that's a mark against my good name. Can you ever forgive me?
Llama.
I don't know what to say.
I'll start. Thank you, stranger. I think you're right. What is a crew if not people who can remedy a captain's flaws now and then?
A good crew's like family, always there to help.
Indeed. And some of them have many, many flaws.
Well, thanks, Captain. What say we head over to the Sprat Shack and I'll buy the first round, just to show there's no hard feelings.
Llama?
Here's my cut. I'd say you've earned it. And here's a little something extra for your time. Be seeing you, and thanks again.
Llama!
Something there?
Incoming!
You hiding?
Incoming! I see you there! To shreds, you say?
Here they come!
This.
you.
You got it, Captain!
Covering you!
My legs! Got him all. I ain't think we're welcome here, Captain.
I almost just want to huck a rock in there and see what happens.
We call them Marauders, like they have some kind of group identity. They don't. The name was coined in Edgewater, I think. One of the towns first hit by the Adrenatime crisis. A lonely Spacer's Choice outpost on the edge of a barren sea. A prime place for the company to test a disastrous new product. When the town started fraying at the edges, hardly anyone else in the colony noticed. Just like Lucian planned. I read the reports. Every missing person. Every unexpected death. A town already teetering on the edge, and Adrenatime shoved it off a cliff.
Where are we headed? How many places just like Gorkin do you think Spacer's Choice has got? Aren't he Cleo's? Gets my guts in a twist just thinking about it. Dad always said I couldn't keep my thoughts to myself, even when I wasn't speaking. I've been churning on that phonograph we found. The one belonging to Dr. Ambrose. The one where she says Spacer's Choice tested Adrenatime in Edgewater. By the time they sent that drug to Edgewater, they knew it hurt people. That it made them violent and stole their minds. But they did it anyway. Edgewater was already fraying at the edges and they tore it right to bits. All to make money. I just can't conscience that kind of cruelty no matter how hard I try. It just makes me want to scream. Thanks for letting me talk, Captain. I've been needing to get that off my chest. We keep working with Mr. Phineas, and we just might. I can feel it. We can't fix the past, Captain, but we can change the future. Oh, nuh-uh. Dad wouldn't let me near it. He was a real big believer in rest. Not his own, mind you. Mine. A drug was no substitute for that, he said. No matter what Mr. Thompson told us. He never did follow his own advice. He worked himself to death. And the company didn't even thank him for it. Not that he told me, but Edgewater was a big town then, and it only had me and him to keep it running. Most nights after I got to bed, he'd just keep working. I always wondered how he had the stamina. Turns out he didn't. Thank you for saying so, Captain. He died a long while ago now, but it ain't something you ever get over. You just learn to live with it. I'm still learning.
What's up? We've seen a lot of stupid in this colony, Captain. trying to turn Raptidons into diet toothpaste. But this, if it's true, if Marauders were made, someone ought to burn for it, Captain. That's a nice thought, Cap. You're a good person. But no. I knew folks who turned. I've seen it happen. It's a slow, insidious descent into madness. Ain't but a shell left behind, sniffing around for its next meal like a canid. Well, someone has to be. Marauders are a problem. Finding out it's self-inflicted is... Ugh! Someone unleashed that evil on our colony. And at the end of all this, they ought to look that evil in the eye and account for it. Good. Thanks for chatting. I know I ain't normally the one to wear my heart on my sleeve like this, but this whole thing's got me shaken up a bit. I'll pull it together. Let's go. Let's find out what happened.
When does man become a marauder? People talk about them as if they've transformed, like they've mutated. I see it in the Aetherwave broadcasts, read it in the papers. But beneath their masks, they're only people. Dangerous people with a terrible illness, but people still. When we call a man a marauder, have we given up on him? How do we know when he's become one? How can you decide to give up on someone? Have I given up on Harvey? Who does this suffering serve, I wonder? Spacer's choice?
Is this one of those research outposts we're looking for? Wow. Get a load of this view.
Initiating ocular measurement.
This will be a great warm-up.
Here goes nothing! Sorry! Anyone else feel like the walls are almost leaning in?
As much as I love caves, let's make this quick. Manties love them too.
Here I go!
That's the last of them.
I'll fix you right up!
Perfection!
I don't know what those researchers were doing in here. I'm glad they stopped.
been where those researchers had their hideout.
Huh?
Here we go! Here goes nothing!
I am a stone! Done here.
Oh, my law. What is that smell?
Let's make this quick, please.
Welcome to Human Inquiry Monitoring, the Spacer's Choice Facility. My name is Dr. Marion Blakesley, and I'd like to congratulate you all on volunteering for this important opportunity. Whatever your past, know that as of today,
Here, we made puppets out of people and tested them until they broke. Walk softly, Captain. Some of them still live here, and they hate to be disturbed.
We made it through Chem, okay? We can make it through this. Right?
After the nightmare that was the chem lab, I think we're about ready for anything.
I thought these folks were supposed to be volunteers. Why do they got them bunking like prisoners?
Near the drugs, too. Keep them nice and cooperative.
Welcome, volunteers. This office environment is where we will test your communication, paper management, and self-motivation skills. This is your time to shine. You may just find yourselves doing similar work in a real office someday. Remember, compliance with
You got it, Captain!
Wally kill! Covering you! To shreds, you say?
Wow, you could spy on just about everyone from here. Mr. Thompson would have been over the moon.
How many subjects have to die before you decide to build a dedicated autopsy room?
I don't believe we've discussed side effects, Dr. Ambrose.
The drug's not ready for release yet. The side effects are immaterial.
So it's dangerous. Perhaps it results in some thrilling
Welcome, volunteers, to the Drug Lab Testing.
or a second head.
Under the guidance of our Spacer's Choice technician.
Gastric bleeds, violence, and fatal in some.
Volunteers are expected to follow all instructions without hesitation. Failure to do so
Suicide by suicide by hanging. Starvation.
This far. Keep it up.
Georgie.
You sure, boss? I just put on a new cylinder. Stroke, spontaneous combustion, internal exsanguination.
Just turn it off.
Come out!
Here we go.
Down they go! I see it now!
Covering you!
Can't get past that off! You okay, Captain?
Here they come.
Welcome, volunteers, to the Combat Tester Room. Under the guidance of the Spacer's Choice Technicians, completing a brief practice course. Volunteers are expected to follow all instructions without hesitation. Failure to do so may keep it up.
Everyone all right? What the hell are they doing with all these conveyors?
I don't want to see no more. I can't take this.
But why? Why? Who does this? What kind of monsters ran this place?
Welcome to Human Inquiry Monitoring, a Spacer's Choice facility. My name is Dr. Marion Blake.
Did you enjoy the show? I didn't. You should have left Gorgon in its grave, where it belongs. Now, I'm afraid I have to find a more permanent. It's a good thing then that I finally figured out what you're after. I'll see you soon, little weasel.
This is sick. I can't bear it any longer.
Oh, I hope so. I can finally put a bullet in this asshole once and for all.
I knew this place wasn't gonna be some pleasant seaside stroll, Captain, but I don't know how I can live with what we've seen here.
Not just inexcusable. Evil. This was just wrong.
They knew, Captain. Spacer's Choice knew all along what Adrenatime did, and they sold it anyway. Someone's gotta do something about this. Gotta hold folks to account. Maybe it should be us.
That journal better hold the key to the Eternal Equation, or Minnie's name's gonna have stains on it till the end of time.
What they did here, I ain't ever gonna shake this.
You find anything out there, you let me know. I'm ready. That's it, all right. Law. Still smells like his whiskey, his cigarettes, and that awful cologne he bathed in every morning. Here. I saved up for this, just in case I needed to go out into the ruins myself. Truth be told, I'm glad I never had to use it. You didn't happen to find anything else out there, did you? I should have been there for him, but I suppose he wanted to be alone in the end. Thank you for the flask. Jerome and I were supposed to live and die together, but sometimes fate has other plans. Time for me to get off this rock. Memories hang around here like a bad smell, and I could use some fresh air.
That was a real kind thing you did, Captain. Maybe not what I would have wanted, but it looks to be what she needed.
I don't know, Cap. I hope she'll find some peace in this, but sometimes it's better to know the truth and deal with it.
Hey, there you are. Been wondering how you were doing. Did you manage to find those recordings? Well, I'll be damned. Now I can finally get off this rock and go home. I know it's not much, but take the last of my bits. You've earned every single one, friend. She couldn't have been. We were together all the time. Except, oh shit, my weekly calls with headquarters. What could she even want to ask Olivia Ambrose about? Doesn't make sense. Headquarters is serious about their secrets. You look too hard at the wrong thing, it's lights out. Hell, being stuck here might have been the only thing keeping me alive. No, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it seemed like there could be, when we were servicing the phonographs, or sharing a beer, but who'd be interested in some forgotten old bastard like me? Ha, sure. Nice of you to say. Sorry. Not much in the mood for a witty repartee, what with the world-shattering revelations and all. Any other horrible truths you want to reveal to me? Or can I get back to my drinking? Listen, I appreciate you telling me what happened with those recordings, but I need some time to think. Got a lot to process. Yeah, yeah. See you around.
It's about damn time. Let's find that journal. I want off this fucking rock.
Let's move quick and stick together.
Welcome to the Adrenatime Synthesis and Manufactory Center, brought to you by Spacer's Choice. This productivity automechanical unit is at your disposal. Its normal duties involve the management of legacy operations analytics. However, due to the promotion, demotion, death, or injury to other managers of this facility, this unit is now the acting manager of the following departments: Reception, Human Resources, Accounting, Technical Support, Manufacturing, Distribution, Security. Please direct any questions about those departments to Pam. Answers not guaranteed. According to this facility's records, the Legacy Operations Analytics Department is located on Sublevel Floor 1. Its functions include warm bodies and redacted. Access to that department is currently denied due to a lockdown in the sublevel stairwell. We value each and every member of the Spacer's Choice family, so be proud. On average, you contribute positively to a minimum of 1.44 important spreadsheets per quarter. That was one of Pam's patented pep talks designed to efficiently eliminate any negative feelings that are getting in the way of your work. After all, Pam's purpose is to answer one question: how can I increase your productivity today? Did you know that keeping your workers alive boosts productivity? That's why every PAM unit comes equipped with the latest Spacer's Choice weaponry. When PAM's emergency combat protocols are activated, your investments are sure to be protected. Warning: due to power consumption, combat protocols cannot be activated when PAM's power is below 73% without deactivating managerial processes. Spacer's Choice policy dictates that managerial processes take priority. This unit's power rating is 57%. Hate messing with tangled cables or confusing batteries? With PAM, you'll never have to. Just pop in a Firefly brand industrial strength battery and Pam's ready to go. Out of batteries and need productivity now? No problem. Just hook Pam's power source up to another automechanical and Pam will get your employees back in line in no time. How can I increase your productivity today? The Adrenatime Synthesis and Manufactory Center is where Spacer's Choice's newest product is being created. Get a leg up on the competition with Adrenatime. You are now in the lobby. The floors above you are the offices, the manufactory, and the Adrenatime synthesizer. The floors below you are the sublevels and the synthesizer reactor. How can I increase your productivity today? Pam helps each and every member of the Spacer's Choice family be the best they can be. When you're managed by Pam, your workday gets unjammed. Don't think of Pam as your boss. I'm just your pal, here to make sure that every member of the Spacer's Choice family stays on task and on schedule. With Pam at the helm, You'll never be overwhelmed. Feeling down? Pam is loaded with over 1,000 encouraging messages, each designed to make you feel like an important member of the Spacer's Choice family. Schedule slipping? Not to worry. Pam tracks all of your deadlines and has the tools to whip your efficiency back into shape. You'll be a team player in no time, thanks to Pam. Uh-oh. Has dissident propaganda corrupted your workforce? Not a problem. Pam comes equipped with a military-grade N-ray cannon and a coat of our patented plasma proofing. With a 98.3% riot suppression rate, when Pam is here, your metrics have nothing to fear. How can I increase your productivity today? Spacer's Choice likes to maintain a positive work environment, so if you have to cry, please do so in the supply closet. Emergency combat protocols cannot be engaged at less than 73% power without proper authorization. Please ensure that this unit is fully charged, or present your override password.
I could give it a shot. Let me just... Huh. Okay. Weird way to do that, but there ain't no accounting for sense. There we go. All I had to do was convince this old girl here that 73% was the new 100%. Easy as salt tuna and sawdust pie.
This unit's power rating is 100%. Great! Emergency combat protocols are now available. Error. Employee's biometric ID does not match this unit's designated manager. Proceeding with verbal management test. Pretend that this PAM unit is one of your employees who's been working long hours. What would you say to give them an extra pep pill in their step? Like any good manager, Pam comes equipped with an emergency pep pill dispenser. Employees passing out at their desk is a thing of the past. Verbal management test complete. Result. Employee is a Spacer's Choice manager. 94% certainty. Engaging emergency combat protocols. Stand by.
If I didn't know better, I'd swear it was watching me.
This is gonna haunt me later. I can already feel it.
Beginning security patrol.
Okay, gone quiet.
Halt. Sweeping the area.
Huh?
Threat level neutralized. Remember, Spacer's Choice is a family, so overtime is...
Nice. Oh, clever.
I don't know if I'm impressed or suspicious. They're building something here, and it probably ain't good.
Here they come!
To shred, you
One to your left! Here I go!
I am a storm! Everyone all right?
Here goes nothing!
To shred, you say?
Nice one!
Damn, but we're good. What is it with the board and giant machines?
There's something mystical about this thing. Almost holy. Is that weird? All right. Now we can finally get that journal and get the heck out of here.
Gorgon is mine. Go now, and I will not pursue you. But if you stay, I will sick every last lawless fucking mercenary in Halcyon on you. It's your choice, Captain.
Starting to hope I get to meet this jerk, just so I can give him a good kick in the shins.
I'm getting sick of chasing shadows. You can't shoot shadows.
I'll fix you right up!
Covering you!
You're gonna suffer!
And we're alive.
We are receiving an incoming signal, Captain.
Captain, I see you've made some headway on Gorgon. Mother's old work terminal just lit up with a bunch of new protocols. Very exciting. What about Mother's journal? Any progress there? Are you accusing me of deception? Captain, I would never. Can you hear me, Captain? I'm getting some interference on my end. Captain! Captain!
Hello again, little weasel. I must admit, you've surprised me. I threw nearly everything I had at you, and you overcame it all. Well spotted, Captain. We've both played our roles well, but it seems you've got the edge. I may have gravely underestimated you. You were smart to hire him, Wilhelmina. Well done.
Mother! You're alive! And still on Gorgon? This is so you, Mother. Inserting yourself where you aren't needed and at the worst possible time.
Am I disrupting your vanity project, you empty-headed little twit?
Have you come back just to ruin everything again, Mother? At least this time I have the power to stop you.
Captain, this is a distraction. Let's set our differences aside and focus on what matters. Adrena Time must never be revived.
I may not have told you all of the facts, but I'm going to lay out everything I know. You can decide for yourself what to do with it. By now, you realize that Project Gorgon was devoted to a single drug, Adrena Time. A drug that hit the market in spite of calamitous side effects. Quite right. There's no end to the harm a poorly run team can do, even with the best of intentions. The project was a colossal failure, but you and I are going to revive it from the ashes. What you've seen is the result of Mother's leadership. I have no intention of repeating her mistakes. Mother's journal contains the activation codes for the Adrena Time synthesizer, the key to a new Project Gorgon. We're going to start again, and this time with everything Project Gorgon didn't have. Better R&D, better scientists, clear goals, more funding, and a timeline that makes sense. You have every reason to doubt me, but if you have a shred of hope for a better colony, consider what Adrena Time could do for us. If I can improve the chemistry, I can fix Adrena Time. We can put this colony back on track together.
Finally, a sensible question. I am the head of Project Gorgon, its grand mastermind. I created Adrena Time because I believed, arrogantly, foolishly, that I could uplift the common man through chemistry. I failed. Now, my daughter wants to take up my mantle. If she insists on holding the course, I agree. We must. My work has already destroyed countless lives. We can't let her do so again out of pride and sentiment.
What about my life, Mother? The Ambrose name has no dignity anymore. I can't even show my face around Byzantium without being the gossip of the town. Every day, workers slump over from exhaustion. The gears of industry swallow them whole, and no one is coming to help. Adrena Time is the break we can't fit into the schedule. The office with a window we can't afford to build. It's the best this rotten colony can do for people.
Don't let those bloodless leeches at Spacer's Choice walk you down this perilous path, Wilhelmina. You haven't the fortitude to endure it.
As usual, Mother projects her failures onto me. If she had let me get involved from the start, we might have avoided this calamity altogether. I'd have trusted my team rather than sabotage their efforts. And I wouldn't have stolen their glory when they were on the verge of success.
You don't know what you're talking about. I did everything to support my team. It was Spacer's Choice who betrayed them. But you're nothing more than an empty-headed little social climber. Of course you can't understand.
You see what I mean? Mother is afraid of being outdone by her empty-headed daughter. and she'll do anything to stop me. If I can save the colony and redeem the Ambrose family name, I owe it to myself to try. Mother be damned.
If killing me puts an end to Gorgon, I won't stop you. I would gladly sacrifice myself for Halcyon.
Mother has given up on her brilliance, her potential. I'm only beginning to explore mine. If you try anything, I won't hesitate to defend myself. With Adrenatime, we can increase worker productivity orders of magnitude above ordinary stems and risk none of the harmful side effects. Imagine if we flooded the market with drugs that actually helped people. We could influence the very business model of Spacer's Choice.
After all you've seen, after what it did to your father, your concern is for a business model? No, this is madness. The project, the complex, it has to be destroyed, razed to the ground. It's the only way.
Gorgon is a cautionary tale. We agree on that much. But if we go into this with open eyes, then history doesn't have to repeat itself. I need that facility online, but I can't do it while Mother's still a problem. By now, she'll have shut down the Gorgon reactor. Deal with her however it suits you, and get that facility back up and running.
Don't do this, Wilhelmina. Minnie, don't make this choice.
Adrenatime is our future. It's bigger than money, bigger than family. It's the colony's best hope.
Return to my family's manor, Captain. Use the executive override code in my journal to activate the NDA protocol for my terminal. It will destroy the Gorgon drug synthesizer and put an end to Adrenatime for good. One last thing. Minnie, she will try to force you to fight her. You don't have to. In fact, I would ask you not to. Whatever mistakes she might make, she is still my daughter.
Captain, in light of recent events, I'm putting the manor under lockdown. Until Mother is dealt with, anyone who lands here is presumed hostile. Finish the job. I know you won't disappoint me.
We've arrived at Ambrose Manor.
Last orders to shoot on sight. Error. Aiming rectified. Missile.
Stay on your guard, Captain. I think she's expecting us.
The jig is up, Cap. I'd wager we're in for a fight.
I see you now!
I am a storm! Nice work!
Keep him quiet, Cap.
Sweeping the area.
Great work.
Initiated.
Nothing good ever come out of a place like this, Captain. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You got it, Captain! Ah!
To shreds, you say?
Down they go! Here I go!
Covering you! I ain't letting you die on my...
I'll fix you right up!
Hell of a job. Love a good fight.
Nicely done. Get ready.
I see you now!
I am a storm!
Didn't I warn you not to set foot in here until the job was done? You should have listened to my advice. There's nothing to discuss. I can fix Adrena time without you, and certainly without Mother. You wasted your time coming here, and worse, you wasted mine. But I won't let anything stand in the way of progress. You surprise me, Captain. Once we fix the chemistry of Adrena time, the Marauder problem will simply take care of itself.
But a lot of folks are gonna suffer in the meantime. And you don't even know if it'll work.
Yeah, fight horrific science with horrific science. That's always worked out in the past.
The days of the old Adrena time are numbered, and Marauders are bound for extinction. Insane people addicted to drugs are Mother's problem. Am I to be held accountable for her mess?
It ain't about who's accountable. Those people are hurting, and they're hurting others. You could help them.
Besides, Mother is determined to ruin everything she touches. First Adrena time, then our family, and now my ambition. You've been reading my terminal, haven't you? Oh, that's just infuriating. Spacer's Choice is only a means to an end. They have resources, I have a plan. And Mother isn't part of that plan. Mother never let me anywhere near R&D. I was always her incompetent little brat. Stand down? I think not, Captain. People want to buy clean drugs, and I want to sell them. Under my leadership, Adrenatime will live up to its promise. Farewell, Captain. If it wasn't already obvious, you're fired.
Halt!
To shred?
Take it out!
Nearby Automet.
Great work!
Bringing. Canned responses.
You've finished it, Captain. You've put Gorgon down once and for all. I only wish that Minnie had seen reason. The good we could have done together. Join me for a toast in the drawing room. I do believe you're due a reward.
That sounds nice. You know, we don't celebrate enough. We ought to have more toasts.
Hand to law, Captain. I mean you no harm. No, it most certainly is not. Quit fooling around and meet me upstairs. I'll have a drink waiting. Captain, I believe a celebration is in order. The Gorgon Project is dead, and we are not. My only child is dead, law rest her soul, and so is my life's work. I hope you'll forgive the indulgence. Shall we toast?
Why does it feel like we've done this before?
Speak up, Captain. I can't hear a thing when you mumble like that. Aren't you a funny one? Shall we toast? Your motives interest me less than your actions, Captain. What matters is that when forced to choose sides, you picked... All right, you've made your point. It's funny. When Spacer's Choice released Adrenatime to the public and began the Marauder crisis, and I sabotaged all the Gorgon facilities, I thought that was the end for me. Then you came along and changed everything. I find myself at loose ends now, Captain. What happens next? I'll gladly humor one or two for the executioner of Gorgon. Before I explain, there's a critical detail you must understand. Halcyon is in the midst of a slow-moving crisis, one that will not improve on its own. The board knows this, but they're not lifting a finger to address it. In the absence of their leadership, I thought I could bridge the gap. So I tried to create a drug to expand our workers' minds and improve their bodies, help them work harder, longer, and smarter. With everyone at their best, I thought the colony might be able to innovate itself out of this hole. Don't be preposterous. Eugenics is bunk science, a charlatan's game. Snake oil for a pathetic elite who want to believe that they've earned their privileges and that the poor have earned their suffering. My work is nothing like theirs. Don't tar it with their brush. If Spacer's Choice had given me time to perfect Adrenatime, I know I could have done it. My drug could have saved Halcyon. I wouldn't expect you to understand my life, just as I can't begin to understand yours. I am as circumstance has required me to be. But I don't deny your point, Captain. I craved the glory and virtue of success. When you learn how to resist the pull of the beasts at the root of your nature, do let me know. Was there anything else you wanted to discuss before I bid you farewell? I certainly did. Spacer's Choice's negligence sent Halcyon into a tailspin, and they refused to pull Adrenatime from the market to stop it. They forced my hand. I ended the project the only... I had faith a strapping hero would come along someday and do it for me. I'm joking, obviously. You were a bolt from the blue. Or the black, as it were. 2 reasons, actually. I couldn't bear to kill so many of my staff, even though our work killed exponentially more colonists. I didn't want to give up on my research, even after all it had cost us. In those early days of the Marauder epidemic, I still believed I could fix Adrenatime. As time went on, I became convinced I could cure the Marauders. But once again, Spacer's Choice has forced my hand, this time through my daughter. I began by shredding all of the personnel files in the Office of Creative Incubation. Clarence was so alarmed by my barbarism, he forgot to call the corporate guard. All his precious numbers and all their precious rows. I should have set fire to them. I released the test subjects from human inquiry and auditing. The ghastly things we did to those people. Marion was screaming, I think, though by this point, my memory's hazy. Everything had gone a bit red. My blood was up, you know. If anyone had dared to stop me, I would have snapped them in 2. Compound harvesting, enrichment, and molecularization. My second home. Well, my first home, really. Jasper had been doing some personal work there after hours. Something about primals and mirror neurons. I set the primals free. They tore through the lab like it was made of wet toilet paper. I know. I remember. I wasn't myself by then. Grief and horror had taken me to a dark place. Anyway, that's how it happened. Gorgon's first fall. It's not a pretty tale, but the truth rarely is. I would say my pleasure, but there's nothing very pleasant about this. Down there, on Gorgon. It was, but I had my work to keep me company. Work, and a great many number of ghosts. I was obsessed with the notion that I might find a cure for the Marauders. That I could right the tremendous wrong we'd done to them. I think I was a little mad. Perhaps I still am. I wanted to do it all on my own, to fix everything myself. But the problem of the Marauders was too complex for me to solve. And with Gorgon gone, Borscht and beans, frankly. 1,932 cans of it. I imagine I've got quite the vitamin deficiency now. Children do not remain so forever. She grew up, and we grew apart. I could have tried harder to reach her, to support her. I know. But I confess, I always found my work more engaging than child-rearing. And Minnie and I had so little in common. In the end, my distance seemed a blessing. I don't deny that. But I do regret it. She might still be alive if she hadn't inherited her worst traits from me. What else might I answer for you before you go, Captain? Of course. Anything else? Or shall I let you see yourself out? The satisfaction of a job well done isn't enough for you? I'm only joking, of course. Please take this, with my thanks. It's not much, but you deserve recognition for your efforts. I know your crew played no small part in this as well. Thank you.
Just trying to do my part.
You're welcome, ma'am. I hope you take this life and do something better with it.
Halcyon owes you both a tremendous debt. Well, it's time we stop looking back and turn our eyes to the stars. Where will the future lead you, Captain? Halcyon doesn't deserve your tireless efforts, but I'll be damned if she isn't lucky to have you. In any case, I do believe this is the end. Law willing, Adrena Time is dead for good, and the Marauders will die out with it. Goodbye, Captain, and thank you again. May the stellar wind be ever at your back.
Handle this! Don't mess with us!
Structural damage detected. Compensating for structural damage. Error. Error.
We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive. The Hope is the Groundbreaker's prettier, sleeker sister. She wandered off and got lost for 70 years, but just recently was found. Also, there are hundreds of thousands of frozen organic life forms hibernating in her hold. If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2, or the Sun.
It's nice to take a breather, ain't it? Something about waking a derelict ship puts me on edge, Captain. Hope you know what you're doing.
Incoming!
Mess with us.
Huh? What was that?
Incoming!
No prisoners!
This one's mine! We did it! Ah!
It'll be fun!
All together!
Score, Cap!
Auto.
That's them tough!
You got it, Captain!
Reprogramming frozen generator.
Covering you! Poor bastards. They're never gonna wake up. The least we could do is bury them. Here we go!
Lethality now real.
Here goes nothing! Nothing personal, I swear! I'll fix you right up!
I am a storm!
Should we assign Sam for a cleanup?
That's it. Captain, we ought to go. Please. This place is giving me the fucking creeps.
These were the private...
Down they go! And we're alive!
Don't mess with us.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
Finally. Sooner we jump this ship, the sooner we can get back to solid ground.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved? Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2.
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I want to die in the dirt like we're meant to.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now. Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Ugh. What's up?
Where are we headed?
Captain, I am receiving a transmission from Dr. Wells. The transmission is marked with priority status, Urgent! Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
The board is here. They've found me somehow. They're about to blast my door open. I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough time to explain everything. But there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible. How can I be of assistance? Goodbye. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those two informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there. It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me? It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr. Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
All right, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. Captain Hawthorne, Sublight's favorite freelancer. I'm such an admirer of your work. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel, least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows. You're a compassionate person, Captain. And you're right. Halcyon Helen was a talented woman. She had a gift for transforming her art into wealth. You would not believe the money she made us on Dissident Busters.
For law's sake, Cedric, could you show a little discretion and not bring up your contraband operations in front of an outsider?
Ludovico, you wound me. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give him the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract? Because I promise you, I'll win.
We can do this anytime you want. I'll even make an appointment. I'm sure your schedule's wide open. What with your product launch being indefinitely delayed due to unforeseen murder.
All right, Cedric. If that's how you want to behave, I have no choice but to file an official reprimand on your permanent record.
Oh, please do. I'd love an official reprimand from a failed executive. Could you do me a favor and have it laminated?
Could we please stop this nonsense? Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You're the Vice President of Sublight. You earned that promotion with your own two hands. I can't help but respect that quality. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case. I hate to admit it, but I'm a little out of my depth here. I'm used to dealing with rowdy VIPs from Byzantium, not murder. Please, Captain, I'm asking you to help us. While you're pursuing your investigation, we'll make you a guest of honor at the Grand Colonial.
The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. But Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover. Helen was more than popular. She gave something to this colony that no product line could ever provide. Real happiness. No one has ever been as well known or as well loved, outside of our courageous business leaders. Me? Worn out? Perish the notion. My days are filled with catering to the oh-so-reasonable requests of Mr. Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon. What's not to like?
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos Atmospheric Complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer of the upper atmosphere, where humans are potentially capable of surviving. There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities. Eridanos, recently famous for Halcyon Helen's death. How exciting.
Oh, wow. This is a job? Feels more like a vacation.
Hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the Inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime. I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the Grand Ballroom. Corpse wasn't in the best shape. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest product, Spectrum Brown. Until you catch the killer, the unveiling's been indefinitely postponed. Helen's death has been a shock for many. A lot of people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
He did it. It's always the boyfriend.
I still don't understand why anyone would have it in for Ms. Helen.
Folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose. Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help. Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her. She managed to wrangle up a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. Let's see here. Oh, I already spoke briefly about the Spectrum unveiling, or lack thereof. It's still an awful shame. A lot of folks looking forward to that. I do. Rizzo's happened to rent out the Grand Colonial Ballroom from Slug for the unveiling. A nice mutually beneficial event. But the murder's gone and ruined that. Along with 9 out of 10 of my favorite cereals. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags. You're making fun, right? Your luggage, belongings, kit, wherever you keep what you ain't wearing. You're still giving me a pretty blank look. Suppose it's none of my business, but do you just wear the same set of clothes all the time? Well, reckon I can respect your candor, even if it scares me a smidge. Anyhow, I'll look for you in the Grand Ballroom later. Hope you can unravel this mystery, Inspector.
I must have had something in my ear. I could have sworn you just said, "We aren't allowed to depart." Apologies, sir, but the atmospheric complex is on complete lockdown. No one's allowed in or out until the murder...
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed.